All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Livewire Sports Media. All right, so I'm not going to do too much formal introduction, but you know what it is. Um it's Thursday, and it's um so we have Caitlin Clark again out, missing another game. Apparently, she got hurt in the Seattle game, which Erica Wheeler, had to make sure she was good. Um, Apparently, it looked like an ankle, but now it comes out today that she has a growing injury. Now she just had a quad situation and everything that she missed over what 4 or 5 games. Now she's out this time, and this seems like it's so much turmoil going on with the Indiana Fever right now too. It's like you don't really know where to turn. I mean, it's so much different things. I did have a video yesterday about DeWanna Bonner, so I'm gonna revisit that video in a little while, because there's more information that I need to add to that. But anyway, for Caitlin Clark, she's been beaten, battered, and bruised throughout the whole season, and the league has not really stepped in. You got Kathy Ingeberg is promoting the physicality of the league, and you seen where Paige been out with a concussion. Asia was out with a concussion. Now you got DJ Carrington, you got Marina Mary, which they rightfully so should be injured. But anyway, and you continuously have Caitlin Clark. See, the thing about this is that if they think that they going to have a successful CBA, and these owners already know that Caitlin Clark is not really being in these games and she's being out, and if she has to miss games longer, then it's going to cause a whole major problem. And the CBA agreement between the WNBA PA and the WNBA is going to dwindle down to nothing because they're not going to get the deal done. Because the main person that is really behind everything is being hurt. She's being hurt, injured, and everything like that. Now, Stephanie White did took to the media today to discuss the situation with Caitlin Clark, and so I'm gonna let y'all listen.
With Caitlin, when did you guys find out about this groin injury, and how much of an absence do you expect from her beyond today?
Yeah, late last night. I think it's very much a day-to-day thing how she responds to treatment. I stay in my lane and let our strength and conditioning and our physical our AT staff do what they do best. But yeah, I found out late last night, and then we'll treat it day to day.
Back to back, a factor at all with that?
I mean, I don't know that it's a factor from a physical standpoint, from an athletic training standpoint. Certainly in my mind, it is. But at the same time, she's shown that she's tough and she's a quick healer. So we'll see.
Was it something she reported yesterday, like pain in the left groin?
It had to have been at some point during the day because they took her out yesterday, for the MRI. So I'm not exactly sure. I didn't hear about it until we heard from our training staff last night.
And with the MRI, did it show a strain or anything, or?
I don't. You'll have to ask our training staff. Yeah, I stay in my lane.
She stays in her lane, just like she stayed in her lane with the DeWanna Bonner situation. But nevertheless, I'll touch on that again. The thing about it is, to me personally, I think Caitlin Clark just, if she doesn't sit the season, I will sit the rest of the month. I don't even care about the Commissioner's Cup, whether they win or lose it or not. But now, and plus, I just haven't talked about Nafisha Carla being out with back issues now. And then they revving up more games in the WNBA. Okay, also, you have a few weeks away for All-Star break. If I was Caitlin, I would even participate in the All-Star. I would not participate in anything. I would not. I would not. I would try to get healed as quick as possible for the second half of the season. You already got Ari McDonald back. She can take the load off. She goes help Sydney Colston. The thing about it is, now that the Indiana Fever has a lot of money to spend, can they afford to go out and get somebody like Emma Mirasimira or some other pieces that they could fit into Dante's comeback? That's going to be the question. But we know Caitlin Clark. She wants to play ball. She's going to do everything she can to get back on the court. But at what cost are we sacrificing her to be out there on the court right now? None. Because the Fever is 7-7. I mean, yeah, they should be able to beat the Sparks tonight. The Wings game, that's a back-to-back. Maybe she's sitting out because she probably will play against um, the Wings on Friday. But I won't even play in that game. That's a game she should miss also. She got to Tuesday to get cover to play in the Commissioner Cup as she decides to do that. But day to day doesn't sound promising to me because day to day tells you I could be good today, I could be good tomorrow, I could not be good tomorrow as well, or I could not be good the next day. So I think she's to me, there's a lot of different things going on with Caitlin Clark. And I just don't want, I'm not going to sit here and speculate and just keep, going with everything that's going on X. I see for my own eyes. I look at these games just like everybody else. And I said it again. Ever since that Connecticut game, Caitlin Clark has not been the same. People could say, well, she was good. She just came back from injury against the New York game. So she was healthy. Then you play Connecticut and get ramsacked from left to end. You know what I'm saying? But then you have subpar games. You wasn't shooting well. People sit there run with narratives. Oh, she's been figured out. She's not in this shooting slump. I don't even care what people got to say. To me, Caitlin Clark needs to take time off. Take her time away from the game. I don't even care if she sit out for the rest of the season. That's where I'm at with it. I'm still going to support the team, still watch the team play. But for her sake, I will sit out for the rest of the season. You know why? Because they don't deserve her being in the league. They don't deserve her playing. All they want to do is injure her, hurt her. That's all they want to do. That's their main goal, is to injure her, hurt her. She played against Seattle. Referees right there. Not even calling, holding, or nothing. They just grabbing her, holding her. She not getting no calls. And I do believe that Kathy Engelberg is licensing these referees to do it. I think she sends messages to these teams, to these referees to not call. Anytime she gets hold, allow these teams to hold her. But as soon as somebody else do something or call a whistle on that, doesn't make sense for this girl to miss all of these games the way she's missing these games. To me, at the end of the day, I would just sit out. As much as we all her fans wants to see her play, it's not risk, because guess what? It's going to be next. She's going to have a major injury and she's going to be out for the rest of the season and going into next season. And if the WNBA and Kathy Engelberg and the WNBA PA risk that part of her being really significant injured and be out for the rest of the season, guess what? The WNBA, as you know, it will never ever be the same because they can never recover. Because guess what's going to happen? Media tendencies, all these TV rights deals that they just got, all that's going to be out the window for nothing. Because the fact of the matter is that they know for a fact that Caitlin Clark is the driving force, and it's like they deliberately trying to take this girl out. Now, as for Caitlin Clark herself, I wish she were really consider taking some time, some weeks off again, getting completely healed. If it's her groin or her calf or whatever's going with her, she needs time to heal that part. Her shot is not, when you use the significant part of your body is your legs to jump off, take shots. This is why it's so important for Caitlin Clark to develop in other areas of her game, doing mid-range shots, getting, do a little bit more drive, get to the basket, not relying on that shot because that's pressure, constantly pressure on your leg. You just see her did this.
Hey, I mean, look.
Boston hands it off as Clark's back in. She goes down. And midcourt and flexing that ankle.
That part right there, where Erica Wheeler had to help her up. It seemed like she tripped on her own foot or Erica Wheeler's foot, but still, she seemed like she pulled something. If you're not gonna call fouls on her, then there's no use for her to play. Like I said, I do believe Kathy Engelbert is licensing this stuff, and she's behind it. And that, to me personally, as she's behind this, pushing this narrative like this, then I suspect for her to be something happened to her because there is no way on God's earth that this girl should be getting battered and bruised game in and game out. Holy. I think that the most physical game that she played outside of the Atlanta game was the Connecticut game. So let me know what you think about Caitlin Clark's latest injury. Fever do play tonight against the Sparks, a game they should win because they have enough. And I will touch on my other videos throughout the day. Until then, likewise, Livewire Sports Media, you know what it is, because if you don't know, now you know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Livewire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Livewire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.